Pondu holds a special place in many Central African homes. The smell alone brings people into the kitchen before the food even hits the table. Today I'm showing you how I make my pondu with peanut stew using frozen cassava leaves, fresh vegetables, palm oil, and raw ground peanuts. This dish takes time, but the flavor makes every minute worth it. First, let's build the flavor base. Into the food processor, I'm adding carrots, onions, green peppers, fresh garlic, dry garlic, and green onions. I pulse everything together until finely chopped. The cassava plant itself came to Africa from South America during the Portuguese trade routes in the 16th century. Over time, cassava became one of the most important staple crops across Central Africa because the roots and leaves both feed large communities. In countries like Congo, Angola, Cameroon, and Gabon, cassava leaves became a daily food. People developed different ways of preparing them based on the local ingredients and tradition. In Congo, pondu is often cooked with palm oil, peanuts, smoked fish, or smoked meat. In countries like Burundi, people make sombe with eggplant, spinach, or green peppers. Some regions pound fresh cassava leaves by hand before cooking, while others blend them smooth. The cooking process also changes from one home to another. Some families cook cassava leaves for hours until it's thick and rich. Others keep the texture lighter with more broth. No matter the variation, cassava leaves remain deeply connected to families, meals, gathering, and tradition across Central Africa. I don't want a smooth puree, I want texture. This mixture melts into the cassava leaves while cooking and gives the stew deep flavor from the start. Now for the cassava leaves. I'm using frozen cassava leaves for this recipe. They work well and save prep time. Add the cassava leaves to a large pot and cover it with water. Bring everything to a boil. Once the cassava leaves heat through, add the vegetable mixture straight into the pot. Then pour in half of the palm oil. Palm oil gives pondu the rich color and flavor many people grew up eating. I add the oil in two stages for a reason. The first half cooks into the cassava leaves. The second half goes in later and keeps the flavor bold and fresh. Now stir everything together well. Reduce the heat to medium-low and let the pondu cook for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, it's time for the second layer of flavor. Add the remaining palm oil along with the raw ground peanuts. These steps change the entire stew. The peanut thickens the pondu naturally and gives the sauce a rich, nutty finish. Stir everything together until fully combined. If this is your first time trying pondu, expect a deep, earthy flavor with a smooth texture from the peanuts and palm oil. Thank you for cooking with me today. I hope this pondu recipe brings warmth to your kitchen and helps you connect with another part of African cuisine.